Hello everyone, I have returned once again for another video. I don't have anything planned. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have anything planned at all. But that's quite alright because I have not had anything planned for the last 2 or so videos. And they are some of the best videos I've ever made, apparently. From what I've gathered from some very close friends of mine. Thank you, close friends. I know you're listening to me. But yes, the most recent 2 videos I made, which are the Necromancer Brings You Back to Life and the very no-nonsense sound assortment. I have gotten many compliments on both, which I personally find hysterical. I didn't have anything planned for the tapping assortment. When I started recording, I didn't even plan on tapping at all. I thought I would just talk. But we see how well that turned out. Very well. Just not with my attempts to not tap. And with the Necromancer video, I got the idea of a necromancer who brings people back to life, only to kill them again shortly after. I think when I was lying in bed trying to figure out what I should listen to go to bed myself, and as all of my best ideas do, the idea came to me while I was trying very hard not to stay awake, and I thought about the goofiness that would be a necromancer serial killer, as I have put it several times to my friends. I am very grateful to have friends who actually do not think I'm utterly insane for this hobby, which some may call a lifestyle. Honestly, it is. It is in a realm of its own. I actually have quite a few friends who have, since I have met them, started doing ASMR of their own. I will, perhaps, if I remember to, link some of their channels in the description of this video. They have quality videos that I myself have used to get to sleep. So, I know they work because I have tried it myself. I will say that if you are just starting out and you are looking for new audios to make yourself, if you want to go down the route of doing audio roleplays, I would advise you to not worry too much about getting a lot of roleplays done very quickly. And I would also advise you to not stress too much if you go a while without having any good ideas. As of the recording of this video, have 5 ideas, 3 of which all have scripts that I have not done yet, simply because I cannot convince myself they sound good enough. Some of the scripts at this point are several months old, and still they sit, waiting for me to one day look at them and decide that they are worthy of being recorded. For now, though, I simply work on what I can. I will likely be making a lot of talking videos or sound assortment videos because my audio roleplay ideas simply don't go very far before I inevitably decide that they are not worthy of my time. Or if they are worthy of my time, that I am not worthy of trying to record them. I do have a few ideas for the continuation of both our sweet man Bates and our lovely necromancer friend. Who knows? Next time you see the latter, you may have started a comedy duo. If I recall correctly, that idea actually came out of nowhere as I was recording. The original idea was to just have it be a one-off audio, and perhaps have a singular sequel in which he kills you and revives you again. The original audio was meant to end with him killing you, and that would be where it ended, which technically that is where it ended all the same, but he was not supposed to bond as much as he did with the listener. If I'm being honest, I don't think the listener bonded very well with him. I think he's got some social skill issues. But he's trying. He's failing, but he's trying. And if I recall correctly, as I was recording, I came up with the idea that perhaps, rather than him simply bumbling his way through killing the listener again, he had decided that perhaps he was bored with the life of a necromancer serial killer and wanted to do something different. And as I was saying that perhaps he would do something different in the recording, I remember just having to take a second because the idea of a comedy duo popped into my mind, and I started laughing out loud. And so I had to take a moment to regain my composure, and I decided that indeed he was going to suggest a comedy duo. And it still makes me chuckle. As for Bates, I have some ideas, perhaps involving some more werewolves, because he did rescue you from one last time, so perhaps there will be an ongoing werewolf series for all of you werewolf enthusiasts, of which I know at least one watches my videos. You know who you are. But in all seriousness, I do actually have a few ideas for a larger world featuring Bates, and perhaps more than one listener. perhaps a listener for the Bates storyline that I have formulating in my head. It's gone through quite a few different remakes as I've considered what his storyline should be, how it should start, how it should end, and perhaps Bates' storyline will intertwine with a few other characters. I suppose we'll simply have to wait and see, myself included, because, as it is, I have no idea. For right now, I'm simply working on the storylines I find most interesting, which, unfortunately, is not Bates at the moment. He will have his time eventually, but I've run into a bit of writer's block with him. I have a couple different ways I think his story could go, and as it is, I have about 3 or 4 audios worth of concepts in my brain, but I'm not sure if I like them, so again, we will simply have to find out eventually. I do have some other characters that I've considered doing a video or an audio for. However, I do also have a few videos and audios that I'm making, one of which I have prepared. I just have to do the I guess, images for. But I do have a few videos that I want to create that are not inherently ASMR content or even audio roleplays. I realize that my channel is called Awkward VA, so you would assume that I would have a lot of voice acting content. However, I personally don't just want to do voice acting content. I want to do whatever it is I feel like doing. And since, as of the moment, I don't intend to make this into a job of any kind, I don't see the harm in branching out. We'll have to see how well that goes, though. It's possible that after a short while I may stop making certain types of videos, but I doubt that I will make, or I should say, will doubt that I will stop making audio roleplays and ASMR. Simply because I've had quite a few people tell me I'm good at it, so I appreciate that, and I try to provide where I can. I also will likely do many more rambles and sound assortments, as they provide easier, faster to make content than having to write out a script or an idea to go through for roleplay styled content. I, of course, will be working very hard on roleplays and in-character audios, but there are only so many hours in a day, and I need to make sure that I don't completely destroy my mental health. But rest assured, there is always a plan, and these types of videos will really only be put up so that I don't completely lose steam and feel like a failure for not having uploaded in a very long time. And then, of course, I'll wind up thinking, am I a fraud? Should I not be uploading at all? Has it been too long? Is it too late to try again? And I'll have to cry myself to sleep. I'm joking. That is a joke. I sincerely hope you have enjoyed this so far. I imagine I'll continue for about 5 more minutes. And then once that time is up, I will end the video and wish you all a very good night. If I remember, please remind me, I will forget. Well, I have nothing else to talk about. I suppose I can talk about some of my personal favorite triggers when it comes to sound assortments. Well, I do very much enjoy soft talking, and I don't very much enjoy whispering. I very much enjoy the sound of finger fluttering. I think it's something about the bassiness of the fluttering sounds that makes it so enjoyable. I also enjoy a little bit of scalp or beard scratching, as well as soft little tippy-tappies on various surfaces with fingertips. Again, it has a very soft, somewhat bassy sound to it that fingernails don't tend to provide. Overall, I think most of my favorite triggers have to do with the bassier tones because, for whatever reason, the more treble-centric sounds are very grating on my ears and tend to wake me up more than they do help me sleep. I also enjoy the sounds of fingers running through furry objects, such as stuffed animals, such as this one. For those of you curious as to what stuffed animal it is, it's a hedgehog. I do not have a name for it. I name my buttons, but not my hedgehogs, because hedgehogs are dirty, filthy sinners, and they do not deserve names. However, if I were forced, at gunpoint, to give this hedgehog friend of ours a name, I suppose I would choose something akin to Gerald. Gerald is a delightfully depressing and upsetting name, and it is a name that no poor mortal should be stuck with, unless of course they are a hedgehog, in which case it is suitable punishment for their many crimes. So many crimes. average hedgehog commits about 5 crimes a second, merely by existing. Yes. Anyways, I hope you had a lovely time listening to this. I hope that you're sleeping soundly. And if you're not, what are you doing? Are you staying up for a reason? Have I simply not pleased you with my sounds? Do you agree with me that hedgehogs are all dirty sinners? If you do agree with me, please feel free to put in the comment section that hedgehogs are dirty sinners. If you don't agree with me, please feel free to write me a 5-page essay or merely a strongly worded comment about why hedgehogs are not sinners. And feel free to use the dislike button at your own leisure. I welcome likes as well as dislikes so that I know how to better work on my content. I will talk to you all later, and I hope that you all have a lovely night. Or if it is daytime where you are at,